Alrighty. So the second part of the project, let me scroll, is the actual action project. So you will click on this link up here. It says Youth Action Organizations in the Portland metro area. Once you click on it, it will open up to a slide deck. When my internet loads.
Miss Melton,
Yes, dear.
am I supposed to go to a breakout room? Cause I just got a message saying go to a breakout room 2.
You can, if you are fine with just watching the video directions tomorrow. If you would rather like hear me explain them right now in real time, then you'll not go to the breakout room.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so when you click on this link, each one of these slides has a different has different has a different youth organization in the Portland metro area. So you'll go through and pick which one like stands out the most to you, and that's what you will kind of focus your project on, is that specific youth organization. If you go back to the directions, this second link is like a graphic organizer for you to take notes on the youth action organization. You do not have to do this. You will not turn it in. It's just here if you think something like that is going to help your thinking. So what you'll do, you'll take a look at the different projects, you'll choose one organization to focus on, and then you'll look through the examples that I have down here below and choose one to do yourself. Your project will need to raise awareness about the issue or problems with the organization or the organization is working on, and then make a call to action. So invite people to take action to help the work of the specific organization. So here's a couple ideas. You could create some form of public art. So it might be something even that you like post on social media or something, as long that it raises awareness about the problems the organization is working on and makes a call to action. You could write a letter to the organization. You could write a letter to the mayor or city council member or the president, the superintendent, the school, someone on the school board. You could create a video to show other young people how they can get involved. Create a series of social media posts and hashtag BSD Unity. If you do one of like the social media options, you'll just take a screenshot of it and upload that. Write an article for the school newspaper. So that would be posted in the Whitford Times. Create a slideshow or a presentation you could give to other students. Make a poster or a pamphlet, or if you have some other idea. So this is basically the same checklist as for the first part. So did you analyze the information about the youth organizations? And kind of come up with your own ideas for how you can help? Did you is your project clearly addressing the highlighted questions and the directions? So like, what is the organization working towards, and what can people do to help the cause? You have clearly explained how other people can help, and then you're creative, whichever choice that you decide to do. I can see that you've put some creative effort into it. And then same thing, one thing I did well, one thing I could have worked on, and then you'll give yourself a grade again as far as your ability to analyze the information that is on, or like the information about the youth organization, and to come up with your own ideas. Specific questions about part 2, you can either put it in the chat or you can unmute yourself.
I have a question.
I knew it was going to be you, Andrea.
Why?
Okay. All right. What's up?
So wait, where do you find that that tab?
This is the same thing that you pulled up in class. It's just slide 4.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Okay. So social justice project. This seems fine. Yes, and again, this could be a poster that's like, let me inform you about this organization, and here's some ways that you can help out. So it does obviously need to be meaningful, but I don't want you to think of it, as something too overwhelming. All right, and then lastly is your reflection. So you want to consider the conversations we've had, the reading, the writings, the identity work that we did, the document source analysis, all of that, the videos that we've watched, and you want to connect them and basically kind of explain why they matter. So consider the Black Lives Matter movement, the growing racial justice movement, and how it's part of your story, it's part of your history, and how will future generations may ask you about it and what you did during that time period. So it's important to reflect on that. One day your future children or nieces, nephews, or whatever might be asking you, what did you guys do during that time? Because it is going to be a huge moment in history that people look back on. So for your self-reflection, I want you to connect all three of these learning experiences: your identity, this moment in history, and your action project that is part 2 of this. So you will basically be answering, kind of following this prompt. I used to think, and now I think. Here is a link, a Spanish version and an English version, to some like deeper directions for this. But I have here these highlighted questions that is just like a good place to get you going. So for some specific prompts, think about how you could answer these questions. So what was the most meaningful learning experience? How have your thoughts or ideas changed? How does this change make you feel? And then in a concluding paragraph, how will your actions be different based on these changes? And most importantly, like, so what? Now that you've learned this information, like, what now? What are you going to do with it? So possible ways to do this would be an essay or like spoken word poetry, a PowerPoint, a video, or if you have some better idea. So you basically would just answer each one of these questions. And like, let's say you wanted to do a written version, it could be like 1 page typed out, just answering each one of those questions would be totally fine. And then if you want to get more creative with it with PowerPoint or whatever, you can. Down below it, these are just the learning targets that I'll be looking at. And then here is the checklist again. So analyzing sources would just, again, you showing me that like you're taking information from the things that we've read, the videos that we watched. Hold on. Cadoti. No, okay. You use at least 4 sources from the documents. So you just like reference 4 sources, whether it's a video or an article or whatever. In your answers, you clearly answer the highlighted questions that were in the directions. You connect your own personal identity, and then your reflection should be double spaced, Times New Roman font, and at least a page. And then you'll do the same thing, something that went well, something you could have worked on, and give yourself a grade. Questions about the reflection? Okay, so again, this would just be like 1 page if you just want to write it out, answering those highlighted questions. Does that make sense? Yes? Okay. Any questions you think other students might have that we could answer right now? No? Okay. All right. So let me.
The first one says create public art.
Yes.
So, what, like, let's say I'm done with the poster. Where would I put it?
You could put it just like around your community. Like if you could get copies made of it, or if you need me to make copies of it, and I could make copies at the school and then come deliver it to you, and you could like just put it up around your community.
Oh, Oh, wouldn't I get in trouble for that though?
No,
Oh, okay. Thank you.
you totally have the right to do that.
I thought it was like known as like graffiti or something.
Nope.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Hmm.